It's almost impossible for a younger person in the UK today to imagine what Britain was like in 1979, the year that Margaret Thatcher became Britain's first ever female Prime Minister. It was a completely different country, a completely different economy, and a completely different mindset. You had cripplingly high rates of tax, for example. The top rate of tax was 98% on investment income. It was 83% on labour income. You had huge amounts of inflation. You had militant trade union leaders that were imposing their will on democratically elected politicians. You had huge swathes of the economy controlled by the state. The telephone company was a state monopoly run by officials. The car company was a monopoly effectively run by the state. The airlines were owned by the state. The list went on and on and on. There were hardly any entrepreneurs. There was hardly any get-up-and-go culture of the kind we're all used to today. All of that changed pretty quickly when Margaret Thatcher came to power. She slashed the top rate of tax. She liberalised the capital controls, swept them all away. She launched a war on inflation, which was very, very painful and took several years, but eventually led to the reduction in the crazy rate of inflation that had plagued the UK so badly for so long. Internationally, she restored the UK's status as a superpower. We used to be this declinist post-imperial nation that a lot of people thought was basically finished. As a result of our better domestic policies in the UK and also the Falklands War and other developments in foreign policy, the UK once again re-established itself as a player on the world scene. This was a dramatic change. Thatcher did a lot to help the former communist Eastern Bloc nations liberate themselves from communism. She is still remembered for that today all over the world. Everywhere one looks, Thatcher revolutionised the UK. The old, massive working class started to break down and huge numbers of people became middle class, started to own their homes for the first time, started to own stock market investments for the first time. The whole culture changed. It became okay to go out and earn money. It became okay to try and better your life, to improve your living standards, to help your family, to work hard and be rewarded for your efforts. The whole of the UK changed as a result. Of course, she made some mistakes. She shouldn't have joined the European exchange rate mechanism. She shouldn't have signed the Single European Act. Those two measures were out of character. They were the old Thatcher, the old pro-EU Thatcher. She eventually realised she'd made a mistake, but it was too late. We ended up with a Lawson boom, a massive bubble which helped to discredit the Conservative Party and also led to a horrible recession in the early 1990s. But on balance, Thatcher was a great Prime Minister. She was one of the two great 20th century British Prime Ministers. Only Winston Churchill was another of the greats. And I think that she transformed the UK hugely for the best. And without her, we wouldn't be living in a dynamic country today.